up on princess cartoons where some man comes to save you. A damsel, a dimwit, don't matter when he comes to take you. How many years did I waste waiting for the day when he would come around to save me from my circumstances, back once lost in a dying town. Our mothers dressed us up all proper for patiently waiting. We'd wash dishes and mend hymns and make the beds up all perfect for the mating. How many years did I waste waiting for the day when he would come around, so I would have a purpose, backwoods lost in a dying town. Nobody's coming for the rescue. What can I do? Two small hands and a warped worldview. Here's what they call that, a living doormat. Lately I'm starting to think about my little girl dreams going down the sink with the dishwater. My mother's daughter. Maybe I just couldn't see that all I ever needed was me. I didn't know I had the power to ask for what I needed. Apologies come out so easy, like I'm sorry for breathing. How many years did I waste walking on eggshells, bending over backwards and falling down? A victim of my circumstances, backwards lost in a dying town. Nobody's coming for the rescue. What can I do? Two small hands and a warped worldview. Here's what they call that, a living doormat. Lately I'm starting to think about my little girl dreams going down the sink with the dishwater. My mother's daughter. Maybe I just couldn't see. Wish that my mama could see that all I ever needed was me. Hey, there's people here and they've made comments and I can't see them. Hold on. Rob and Alan. Hey guys. And Jen. Hi guys. I have spent a lot of today getting out of my own way. My primary plan was to work on all these Irish tunes and I was going to have them like memorized for you, and I don't. I have words here. But I feel like you're forgiving and this is fun and it's okay. And seriously, like, how is it that I only own one green shirt? This seems unacceptable. I told my patrons, predominantly, my lineage is Pilgrim, like off the Mayflower Pilgrim. And then the rest of it, like the Morrison part, is from Nova Scotia and Scottish. However, my great-great-grandfather, Captain Thomas Morrison, was married to this woman, Mary Angeline Aylward, my great-great-grandmother. And, oh, good idea, Rob. Do I know the words? And my great-great-grandmother, Mary, was Irish. And family lore is that the Morrisons didn't like her because she was Irish. And that's just, Jennifer Marotti, hello. That's just still so wild to me. We were in an Irish pub like a year ago when we picked up our dog, and I saw the sign, the Irish need not apply. And it's just, I mean, that wasn't that long ago. It's crazy. Human beings are really, we are a fascinating species. That's what I'll say. Man, I used to have Cranberries songs like right handy in my repertoire when I did my bar gigs, and I am rusty as shit. Oh, Ellen, you're all the things. I love it. So
I got to have a dream come true on Sunday night. I want to say it was like 2011 or 2012. I used to have a relatively long ride to work where I used to teach private piano lessons, and that was when I listened to music, was when I was driving. And I fell in love with this band, the High Kings. And every St. Patrick's Day since then, I think to myself, like, all I really want for St. Patrick's Day is to go see the High Kings, and it just never happened. But we get to go see them on Sunday, and it was great. And it got me thinking that I want to learn how to play the bodhrán. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's the Irish drum. It's like a circle, and you've got a little melody thing, and you kind of bend the membrane with your hand in the back. And well, how fun would that be? I should become a bodhrán player. Bodhrán. Somebody correct me. Tell me if I'm saying it right. So I'm going to do a song that I learned from the High Kings, and I like it because I'm such a history nerd, and it's from the Rising of 1798, which I don't know. I don't know tons about Irish history, except that I feel like in general the English were not great to them. I think that is the same history as Scottish history. So let me see. I was working earlier on like a way to go from one instrument to another. We're going to see if I can do this. My dream was that my child was going to sing this with me, and he told me to pound tar. You have a 1798 cent. I need more details about this, Alan. How did you acquire a 1798 cent? Oh, come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush and book, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the pikes must be together by the rising of the moon. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, where the gathering is to be. At the old spot by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal token, whistle out the marching tune. With your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. With your pike upon your shoulder at the rising of the moon. Cabin eyes were watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beating for the blessed warning light. Murmurs ring along the valley to the banshee's lonely croon. And 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. 1,000 pikes were flashing by the rising of the moon. That black mass of men was seen. High above their shining weapons flew their own beloved green. Death to every foe and traitor, whistle out the marching tune. And hurrah me boys for freedom, it's the rising of the moon. At the rising of the moon, at the rising of the moon. Hurrah me boys for freedom, it's the rising of the moon. It's so fun to sing that, in particular, like with a group of voices. These songs, they're deceptively simple. Like the chord changes are like 3 chords maybe, and the melody is repetitive, but the lyrics are so poignant and beautifully written, and it's not as simple as it may seem. Alan bought the 1798 cent off eBay. He said it's not a high quality one, but average cents need homes too. Where, from what country, from whence did it come? Where is Joey Tata this evening? He is perhaps going to join us. I did send him a link. to join this evening. Our schedules are a bit discombobulated given that this is a Tuesday and we generally live stream on Monday, and he doesn't adapt to change. Don't tell him I said that. He's probably watching this right now. I'm hoping he can join. I think, Rob, you already heard this today, but another Irish tune that gets me going is this one here. So it's a 1798 U.S. cent. The first cent from the mint was 1793. That is so cool. What do I have for historical artifacts? I have a souvenir from the funeral of Ulysses S. Grant. It's like this. It's obviously not plastic, but it's whatever the precursor to plastic was on a ribbon. And I have a piece of coal that sank on the Titanic. And I have 2 bullets from the Civil War, one from Little Round Top and one from Manassas, maybe? That stuff, it's just, it's so cool. Oh my God, Alan has a woolly mammoth hair. Last year we went to Thermopolis when I was out west, and we went to the Dinosaur Museum, and my primary regret is that I did not buy the woolly mammoth hair. I really wanted it, and they only had a few, and now I'm not going back to that area this year, and so I can't get it. Oh, I'm really glad you have the woolly mammoth hair. Okay. Someday I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, and yet I passed along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worst of
dawn of day.
I love that song so much. I think what kills the lyrics here, and I wish that I knew who the lyricist was. I don't. But that I gave her poems to say with her own dark hair and her own name there. I just think it's such a, like, if you've ever written a love song for somebody and like wished that they had it and like, yeah, you can't possibly reject me now. And that the line, my reason must allowed that I have loved not as I should a creature made of clay. Oh my gosh, how do they write like this? I want to write like an ancient Gaelic poet. I think perhaps that is my true dream. Since Rob is here, I'm gonna do a song I haven't done in a minute. I feel so rusty because I haven't been touring so much. And you start taking for granted that all of your songs are just under your fingers, and then you do one and you're like, oops, I should have practiced that one. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And if you have a request, put it in the comments and I shall try to accommodate.
What did time do? I don't see you anymore, but I have the scars to tell, the stories of our youth. We ran the world, our glory days were yet to come. We could be anything, we could be better than where we came from. But I was so scared of leaving when the time had come. Like my granddad sitting on the same porch like he'd always done. Hometown son, down the winding road I used to know, but I'm standing here alone. You can never go home again. You can only see the ghost of it. Here is the church where we learn the love the Savior brings. But I never felt believing was in my blood. And here is the school where we learned the brutal things. People love you one day and then they go away. It don't matter how your
Bex Renner, hello. All right, Alan, listen. Are we the same person? Alan has a 1798 cent and like knows all the history about these coins and has a woolly mammoth hair. And now Alan is saying he's booked a haunted motel for next month. Where? There, we have the Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast in Fall River, which is not far from me. I've been to the museum, but I just don't think the part of me that grew up going to church, just knowing that like demons are real, let's say, cannot handle a haunted excursion. I did like a ghost tour situation in Gettysburg, and that was plenty. But to spend the night in a haunted thing, I don't have it. Ellenwood, Kansas, tell us more. Kelly and Carol are here. Okay, I'm going to send you a letter, Carol, but here's what I need to say. Carol is such a wonderful human being and sends gifts to my child and I. And there were two instances. We've had a financially trying time. And I want you to know, Carol, there were two instances where like we only got the things we needed because of you and the gifts that you sent. So thank you so much. I am so grateful. And just like all of my friends know that Carol McFadden is my woman. And so I'm going to sing a song for Carol. That's what I'm going to do. And, you know, incidentally, it's maybe because it's about beer, we can connect it to St. Patrick's Day. Oh, Alan. And all right, I'm sorry to digress here, but Alan is staying in a haunted motel that is over 100 years old that had a horrible fire where some people died in the motel. See, all right, I'd like to talk about this because it sounds so terrifying and so sad. And I have a theory about why it is that we find these things so interesting. Like, why am I so obsessed with the macabre side of the Titanic? I mean, I guess there isn't really an uplifting side of the Titanic. But anyway, let's put a pin in it and come back to that. And this song's for Carol.
Everybody gets it, everybody's looking at me. But I'm all kinda awkward, don't know how to talk. First had my face in a magazine. I might feel like I did when I was just a little kid. But ain't no reason not to dive in no fancy dresses or leather boots. Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. I pour my beer in a teacup and let it go. Ladies in their lipstick working out at CrossFit. Girls got legs for days. Living for the beach life. Happy wife's a good wife. Be watching the waves. There ain't no tuned arms here, but hold my beer. There ain't no reason not to dive in no fancy dresses or leather boots. Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. I pour my beer in a teacup and let it go. Yeah, let it go. Teacup and let it go. Here's a little secret, I ain't gonna keep it. There's no such thing as cool. Everybody's messed up, might not wanna fess up. The perfect man's a fool. We fight against the clock. It's insecurities that talk. Don't we all just hide our own mess with fancy dresses and leather boots? Little rough around the edges in my tennis shoes, but I can dress it up and put on a show. I pour my beer in a teacup and let it go.
That is for Carol. Carol is so cool. and makes dollhouses, which was like a childhood dream of mine. One time, as a kid, we were in, must have been an arts and crafts store, and there was this beautiful wooden dollhouse on a shelf, like all made. And then I saw the box below it that had the picture of it, and somehow I like got someone to purchase me this dollhouse, and then I got home not realizing that I actually had to like make the dollhouse. This was like 1993 or 1994, and I recently found the box that had all the pieces to like build this dollhouse that I never built, including the super glue. The 1993 super glue was still there. Didn't work. But anyway, Carol does the hobby that never was for me. How's that? Hello, CM Bauer. You have my CD in your truck. That's so cool. Which one? Is it maybe modern or is it saltwater country is my question. I know poor like the devil knows the fiddle. Leaves you cold at night and hungry in the middle. It's up to me like a monster stone. Poverty is in my bones. And fear made me do bad things, trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. And some things don't wash away with water, and I'll always be a poor man's daughter. Rob wants me to sing it angry. Okay. I don't want like a lonely tomcat, howling in the night, singing where my girl's at. I think it's true that he did love me. All I could see was the money. But fear made me do bad things, trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. Some things don't wash away with water. I'll always be a poor man's daughter. Oh. I might be what you'd call white trash. Don't throw anything away, 'cause we might need that. White bread Sunday, white bread Monday. I'ma be a big wheel one day. But fear made me do bad things, trying to claw my way out. I know it's just a memory, but it sends me back to hopeless, helpless, in a hand-me-down dress. Oh, I've been down to the river, down to the river. 'Cause some things don't wash away with water, and I'll always be a poor man's daughter. Oh. Okay, Rob, I have a question for you. There is a song that I put on Patreon, and I think it's called Lightning, and I have never performed it. And my question to you, you commented on it, I think that you liked it, and It's a song about being angry. And because you said you like that one, Angry, do you like that song because it's about being angry? And should I write more songs about being angry? I was incidentally just thinking about being angry and then the giggle that followed that comment of mine. I was talking to my friend the other day about the pressure to smile. So my dad, I love him so much. My dad growing up though was not like the banner child for smiling and kindness. And yes, Jenna, I do not disagree with that statement. My dad was gruff. Gruff was the word for my dad. And he was particularly gruff with waitresses. Like, I remember distinctly, ooh, Seamus McFly is here. Hello, Seamus. I remember distinctly, we'd go out to dinner, if we went out to dinner, my parents and I, and my mother would do all the ordering, and my dad wouldn't even look at the waitress. And then if something arrived not to his liking, he wouldn't look at her. He would just like push the plate to the side. And I remember as a little kid feeling like I need to compensate for his gruffness by like smiling a lot. And I think now in my life, my smile is a tick. Have I ever mentioned that to you, Seamus? Or I'll like giggle, but I'm not like really amused. It's just, it's
Yeah,
like
you
a
smile,
weird,
yell. You smile, yell too.
I do?
Yeah, you smile, yell.
Oh,
That's how I know when I'm in big trouble.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to pay more attention to the
Well,
smiling and the.
yeah, maybe I shouldn't give away the secrets.
I don't yell that much. I don't think that I'm not a yeller.
Oh, you're a big yeller.
Really?
No, you don't yell.
Okay,
You
thanks.
you, you smile, yell.
The people missed you, first of all, Seamus.
You,
And
do you know who Seamus McFly is, by the way?
isn't like Marty McFly?
Yeah, it's his grandfather.
Oh, cool. See, I knew one.
Okay,
Look,
great.
look at me. I would
Only
like a
because
little more recognition.
it's a combination of two things, right? One is the day today, but also the trivia question that you did eventually get. Was it yesterday? Day before? Dr. Emmett Brown.
Oh, the name of our workout. We're
Yeah.
doing Jenna knew it. We do these workouts and every Monday they name the workout after an 80s character and I
Which is
never know what
great
they
for
are.
me. So
And he
we've
gets
had
so mad at
Yvonne.
me when I don't know what they are though.
Well, she didn't know who Emmett Brown was. Yvonne Drago didn't know Yvonne Drago. It's really just sad. So, but then it's really wonderful because it
I
means on
see
the
what you just
entire
did
ride
there, Rob.
home, I get to basically sing. Yeah, thank you. Great Scott. I get to tell her about 80s movies, sometimes recite lines or theme songs.
And he loves to regale me with text from.
I, I assume that you have been singing some of your Irish songs.
I did a few.
Did
I
you do
did.
your sea shanty?
Negatory, not yet.
Did you talk about our experience?
Briefly.
I got to experience something there that I'd never seen,
At the
which
concert,
is
just to be clear, we're for people
yeah.
who weren't here, we went to
Oh
see the
yeah.
High Kings on Sunday, which had been a dream of mine since 2011. Go ahead.
And not only did we see him, we were right in spitting range, man. We were
Oh,
we were in the front
ew.
row. There was
Ew. Why did
some
you have to put
stuff
it that
going on.
way?
I don't know. But I got to see. I have never witnessed you at a concert you enjoyed so much that you were grooving out. We've been together for multi years now, and I've been to concerts with you, but never one that you were so enthralled with.
CM
That
Bauer, I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for listening. We do this usually every Monday. It's just, we got a little discombobulated this week, but love to have you come back.
we could have
Um,
just pretended it was intentional.
what? Oh, the
But
Tuesday
we did
thing?
it Tuesday. Yeah.
But I put a post up yesterday that
Okay. Anyway,
how can you not groove to the doom, doom, like the boron thing? How do you not groove to that?
yeah. Are you asking me because I didn't, or I?
Right. Yes. How do you not?
But I got to see it was so exciting for me to see you. It's an odd thing, but to see you enjoy music in that way, which I've never seen
Interesting.
before. I've
That's
held
really
on to that
interesting.
for 2 days or however one day, however long it's been. I've held
Yeah,
on to that thought. I
there's
didn't express it to you.
something there's something it's particular I think to that style of music, to Celtic music for me.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd be like I would love Hanson, but I wouldn't groove like that. Is there
yeah, yeah,
something it's tribal. It feels tribal to me. It feels like we're hearkening to the ancestors. It feels like it's not just the
yeah.
people that you're in the room with, but it just feels like generations of people are in that music with you. That's why.
A- And you did a me thing that night. My big takeaways were that it was you doing a pure me thing, which is weeping during a song,
Oh, I did.
which I do all the time. By the way, I cry at the drop of a hat. Right? I can cry at almost any moment. Not afraid to admit it. It's a skill. But yeah, he got you with Derry, right? I don't know what
The
the
town
actual
I
name of the
loved
song
so
is.
well.
The town of yeah.
Jenna, I need to do something for Jenna. Jenna is grading exams and says this is so much more enjoyable and it's better than Hallmark Murders and Mysteries.
That's not
It's
true.
been a minute. Jenna, sorry. There you are, Murder Mysteries. I'm sorry. I had to the
Um,
moment presented itself.
that's okay.
And someone's business tax prep is going by faster too. Oh, Raina, you commented from the ad and then you found me on YouTube today. I'm so glad you did. Um, so yes, The Town I Loved So Well by the High Kings. I'm sure that I don't know if they wrote it or someone else did. That's usually a song I skip, but in the concert setting, it was just it was transcendent, and I highly recommend that you all look up "The Town I Loved So Well" by the High Kings, and
It
I'm
was
gonna do
Phil
something.
Phil Coulter
Wrote it.
wrote that song. Yes,
All right. Well, I'm
but
gonna try something right now that I've not done before. I usually play this on the accordion, and
okay.
putting it on piano. This is the moment where I'm going to be vulnerable a little bit here, because I have time to redeem myself if it doesn't work out. But this was the very first traditional Irish tune that I learned to sing and play, and that I learned to sing and play on the accordion.
Are you gonna leave me here? Or are you gonna send me away?
I think I'll let you take a break. Don't
Okay,
go
that
too
sounds
far.
good.
Don't go too far. Speaking of tax prep, Raina, this is the first time in my entire adult life that my taxes have been done before April. I cannot believe it. Usually I'm doing them day of. Burnbridge Town in the county down one evening last July. Down on Bowling Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so neat, she took her feet in the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, had to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cay, go way to Dublin town. No maid I've seen like the fair Colleen, and I met at the county down. As she onward sped, I shook me head and I gazed with a feeling queer. And I sits his eye to the passerby, who's the one with the nut brown hair. He smiled at me, and with pride says he, she's the gem of old Ireland's crown. Young Rosie Mc
and looked so sly, and a smile like a rose in June. And you held each note from a robin throat as she lilted lamenting tunes. At the pattern dance, she made a trance as she skipped through a jiggle reel. And her eyes she rolled, she licked your soul, and your heart she would likely steal. And then she bade a dairy cake all the way to Dublin town. No, made I sing like the fair Colleen, and I met at the county down. At the harvest fair, she'll be surely there, and I'll dress in me Sunday clothes, with my head covered right and my shoes shone bright for a smile from the nut brown rose. No horse or yoke, no pipe I'll smoke till the rust in me plow turn brown, and a smiling bride by my own fireside since the star at the county down. And then she bade a dairy cake all the way to Dublin town. No, made I sing like the fair Colleen, and I met at the county down. And then she bade a dairy cake all the way to Dublin town. No, made I sing like the fair Colleen, and I met at the county down. That is so fun to play. I changed the key today, and I've never done it on piano. It has its own challenges. Do you like that song, Scott?
I do like that song. Seamus,
There's no
please.
pressure because I didn't write it, so I can ask you that.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say the third thing at the show that I picked up on was that I thought they played a sea shanty, one of their own sea shanties, and I actually enjoyed some of their newer stuff a little more than you might even have enjoyed. But I really thought your sea shanty was great. Made me really appreciate yours, I guess is what I'm saying.
Thank you. What?
And
Okay.
I mean, we're about to have a visitor here.
Oh, look, there's our progeny.
Okay, I'll come
Rena.
out. Say hi to everybody. Come wave at everybody for a second. Okay, I'll go down.
All right, I'll see
I'll
you
be
in a
right
minute.
there. Okay, bye.
Raina, I actually, since you're doing taxes, I do have a song for you, but that's not the first one I want to do. So hopefully you can stick around for a minute. My mother is here and says she loves my piano. I'm so glad, Mama. You paid for the skill. So we're at the High Kings concert, and they have a new song, which they introduced as a sea shanty. And I listened to them sing it, and I remembered that when I first wrote my sea shanty, the dream of it was that I wanted the High Kings to see my sea shanty. So if anybody happens to know the High Kings, let them know that I wrote this song imagining that they were singing it with their boron and everything. Incidentally, my recording of this, which is on my Saltwater Country album, has a boron on it. I really hope I'm saying that correctly.
There's a wooden carving of an old fisherman, yellow rain slicker, and a smoke pipe. He's staring off blindly toward Nauset Light. Boys, I don't think we're leaving the harbor tonight. The sea throws up sick white caps, look like tossed ships, and they ain't gonna get no reprieve. Gloria, Gloria, sing her name. Gloria, Gloria, she don't want me to leave. I came back home for the last time, I thought, just to grab my old cat and some things. And that sickly sweet voice started calling my name. Boys, you ain't ever heard this girl sing. So roll, roll up your rigging, she ain't gonna stop. And I ain't ever leaving this hellhole town. Got my heart in its hands, let her win, she's too strong, I can't stand. Red sky in the morning when I left my mooring, calamity I should have seen. But the temptation of finally getting away from the woman instigates me. The sea throws up sick white caps, look like tossed ships, and they ain't gonna get no reprieve. Gloria, Gloria, sing her name. Gloria, Gloria, she don't want me to leave. Yeah, it swirls like black ink when you fall in the drink. There's no fighting the girl's current sun. You just float like the martyr of all the old salts, where you wash up on the shore when she's done. Oh, roll, roll, roll up your rigging. She ain't gonna stop. Yeah, I ain't ever leaving this hellhole town. Got my heart in its hands. Let her win. She's too strong. I can't stand. 'Cause there's a wooden carving of an old fisherman, and I think that he looks just like me. I've grown into the floorboards of this godforsaken house. It's my ghost in the window you see. The sea throws up sick white caps, look like tossed ships, and they ain't gonna get no reprieve. Gloria, Gloria, sing her name. Gloria, Gloria, she don't want me to leave. Gloria, she don't want me to leave.
I am so sorry, Scott. I forgot to take you off the screen. That must have been really awkward for you. I can't unmute you because you did it to yourself.
It's okay. I knew that you did that. I was aware. And also, as you could probably see in the background, we have dogs doing dog things.
Many dogs, many dogs. Okay,
It's okay.
so I've got a tax song. Can I share
You're
my
gonna sing a tax. You're sharing a tax. Really revving up the excitement. The traditional St. Patrick's Day tax song.
But may I share
What's
the
next?
exciting tax news? Can I share this?
Yeah, go ahead. I guess so.
It's so exciting, guys. So exciting that I don't even know the right word for it. This is the first time in my entire life that we have gotten a tax not return, refund.
Yeah.
A
we did.
refund.
Yeah, we had a terrible
Self-employed
year last
people-
year.
Self-employed
really-
people never get a refund.
That's really
I kept calling it a
celebrating.
return, and it was wrong. I
you-
almost started crying in the accountant's office. I was so happy.
It does connect the dots, though, for what we've said about how bad or how tough of a year it was over the last 6 months. It was so bad that
It
we
was so
actually
bad
got
that
the-
other people paid for our Thanksgiving. It was so
Yeah.
bad. And it was just like this moment of sunshine in a usually horrific time, which is tax
Yeah.
time. And so I'm going to sing this tax.
tax song. Oh, that's great. Super
I mean,
exciting.
it's not really a tax. It makes me think of taxes.
Well, do you have a good song for going to the dentist next? That would be fantastic.
No. No, but I will.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go with it.
I just want to float an idea to everybody, and perhaps if
These,
we all.
these poor people, they were getting music on top of music until I showed up. And
Okay, but
ruined
listen,
the flow.
I have a great idea. My favorite part of going to the dentist is when
that
the
is a
hygienist.
weird word. Okay. go
My
ahead.
favorite part of going to the dentist is when the hygienist compliments me. I love when they get done and they say, "You've done a good job flossing." And that's like the proudest I think I ever am of myself is when I'm complimented by the hygienist. And I think that it's because as children, you get stars when you do a good job on your required work, right? Or like a smiley face or something. Let's normalize this for adults. We need to get stickers. We need to get compliments for the inane, mundane things we have to do in life. We need compliments, people. Like, we just need to hear a good job after we put the dishes away. You know what I mean? I just think it would make life more bearable. What do you think?
Good job. I think that was a great idea. Good job
Thank you.
pointing
Yeah.
that out to everybody.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Thanks.
Now play
Okay.
your tax song. It's really good.
Okay, thanks. I guess what I'm saying is like I really thrive with compliments.
card debt. Got RB college jobs, but when the bills come, it's the presents that I try to forget. I stack them up in piles, throw some flowers down. Romantic desolation, ain't we thriving? Baby, we're living on a fault line. We know the earth could give in any time, but I got your back and you've got mine. Adventures living on a fault line. We moved to California for the sun, for our dreams. Ain't that the American way? Our parents back home, sure they miss us and they wish us well, but I know they got a lot to say. Mystics stacking up, should've listened when they said, come back home to keep your head above water. Ain't we thriving, thriving? Baby, we're living on a fault line. We know the earth could give in any time, but I got your back and you got mine. Adventures living on a fault line. Nobody wants to hear our sad song. Two privileged kids with degrees that don't mean shit when you barely exist. I remember when they said you can be anything, kid. Sally Mae's gonna take care of you. The first of my family to be more than my hometown. What a trap if I only knew. Interest rates and paying late, working every day, choosing bills to pay or food on the plate. With our head under the water, ain't we thriving, thriving? Baby, we're living on a fault line. We know the earth could give in any time, but I got your back and you got mine. Adventures living on a fault line.
There are so many compliments happening in the comments section. This is what I'm talking about.
That was the best song to ever mention Fannie Mae that I have heard in my entire life. True,
I'm so
true
glad.
statement.
How many songs have you ever heard that reference Sally Mae?
Oh, I said Fannie Mae, didn't I? Who's Fannie
Yeah,
Mae?
but that's okay.
Who's Fannie Mae?
And I don't know. I know Sally Mae. That was my college loan thing.
I don't know
Is
Fannie Mae.
was. You are welcome, Raina. My mother's so sweet. She said, "You are one of my good jobs." But to be clear, I wasn't like trying to solicit compliments, even though I love them and you're all making me blush and feel so happy. I'm talking about like like
Day to day.
sometimes I fold the clean clothes and I think to myself, "Good job, Grace." And I just, if we did that for others more, I just think maybe that's the way we fix all the problems.
I feel like this is a message aimed at me more than anybody else.
No, it's not. It's really not. No, I think about it all the time. Like I was at a restaurant with my friend and I had to carry my full martini glass from one table to another.
Yeah.
And I did it without spilling and the waitress complimented me and I said, "Wow, that's the nicest thing anyone said to me all day." And anyway, just putting it out there.
Well, that's lovely.
Should I since my mother's here,
Oh,
I feel that I should play her a piano song.
okay.
Hold on. Raina, are you saying that you compliment yourself at PT? Because I think, yes. I also do that when we work out and we have to do my least favorite movements, which are burpees or running. In my head, I imagine that there are people going, "Yeah, Grace, yeah, you're so athletic, yeah," even though I know that I do not look athletic at all.
I sometimes give you a high five. I give you the occasional fist bump.
You
But
do
it mu-
that.
But it must be difficult for you because not only do I not thrive in the same way, it's really the opposite for me.
Yeah, he's funny. He does not want to be complimented. He doesn't even want you to acknowledge that he's working out. Whereas
Yeah.
I want to be like, yeah, you're such a badass, and it makes him recoil.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Do you want to stay on here for this?
No, you should send me away in case the dogs act up.
Okay. Bye. Side note, friends, have you seen the new movie Sinners? It won Oscars, and it is related to St. Patrick's Day, the reason I'm asking. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come you back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And if you come when all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, as dead I will may be, you will come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft dews tread above me, and all my dreams will warm and sweeter be. If you'll not fail to tell me that you love me, I'll simply sleep in peace until you come to me. I'll simply sleep in peace until you come to me. Hello.
It was lovely.
Oh, thank you.
If I-
Oh, I'm glad you like that song, Rob. It is the Irish funeral anthem. Like I said, we're only the tiniest bit Irish. At my dad's funeral, I had a bagpiper come, and
Sure did.
it's like yeah, and there, but it's like I said earlier. There's something that's just so tribal about this music that that's why it just feels so much bigger. It makes the moment just gets me.
Yeah.
And Rob also is a big corned beef fan. I didn't know, this is how not really Irish I am, that there was a differentiation between a red corned beef and a gray one. Did you know that?
No.
Well, now you know.
Thanks for not telling us what it is, but great.
Oh, yes, Jenna. I was thinking about that when I was singing it. No, I think that the gray corned beef is the preferred one.
Okay.
I think. And I don't know if it's because you know how they do with the salmon, they put the food coloring in the salmon.
No,
And so like you get the bright red salmon at the grocery store, but really it's just because of the red
it's
40.
fake. Gotcha.
I don't know if that's the reason, but did I have one more thing that I wanted to do here on this very live stream? Did I say I was going to do one more thing? I
Not
don't
with
want to be
me.
a liar.
I got you distracted.
You did, because I wasn't sure you were going to come, and yet here you are.
But I've got some thoughts for the Patreon stream, so
Oh
it's
yes,
okay.
so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more song here, unless I screw it
Oh
up, and
no.
then it'll be two. And then we're going to go over to the Patreon, where I have
Are you
prepared
go ahead, keep going.
Something. What were you going to say?
I would say, are you going to do the cover that I think you do a version of the other cover? Did you mention that? So we heard
I
the
don't
other
know.
night.
That I do a better job. Oh,
The
that, yeah,
Irish.
over there, over there.
That's what I thought. Yes. So
Over yonder on the
yes.
Patreon.
Your arrangement of that is wonderful. And for the patrons that are over there, I want to mention this reminded me of the concept album idea that we had, and the patrons might like that discussion if we haven't had it with them yet.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
little teaser.
So, all this to say, if you are new here, we usually do this every Monday, except this is Tuesday. This week is a weird week, but Mondays we do this live stream on the Facebooks and the YouTube, and then we also have an exclusive one over on Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it is the only steady income that people like me get usually, and every new song I write goes over there, and we're about to embark on the process of selecting what songs are going to be on my next album, and the patrons are going to help me. Oh yeah, no, Jenna, you are a patron. So how do we get there? So in the Patreon app, or you should get an email, patreon.com/Grace Morrison or Grace Morrison Music, Scott. If you just go over there, there will be a link to the exclusive thing, and we'll send it to you on Facebook Messenger just in case. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. You got to send me away.
Bye. As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. First produced me pistol and then produced me rapier. Said stand and deliver, for you are the bold deceiver. Mushering me do da ma da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar. I took all of his money and it was a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and brought it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would deceive me, but the devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Moshering da-ma-do da-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar. It was early in the morning before we rose to travel. Up came a band of footmen and likewise Captain Farrell. The first produced me pistol, for she stole away me rapier, but I couldn't shoot the water, so prisoner I was taken. Mushering da-ma-do da-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar. If anyone could save me, it's my brother in the army. And if I could find a station in Cork or in Killarney, and if you'll go with me, we'll go roving through Kilkenny. Yeah, I'm sure you'll treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. Mushering da-ma-do da-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. There's a whiskey in the jar. Mushering da-ma-do da-ma-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the... There's a whiskey in the jar. I think that I missed a verse on that, but that's okay. What I was thinking about was how cool it would be if I could stop playing the guitar in the middle of that and not lose a beat and do a solo on the accordion and then come back to the guitar. And then I forgot my lyrics, but that's okay. The accordion might even make a little appearance over on the Patreon. So thank you all for hanging out. Join us again Monday nights at 7 p.m. And if you're a patron or want to become one, Alan has so graciously put this up here. And we'll see you soon.